All right, so this is a checklist that I have, and when I go in, I have my category, and then I have the item, and I'll click on the item so you can see it has a little bit of description, obviously not much here. And then there are two aspects to adjust here. I make sure they all have due dates, even if there's a due date associated with this. So let's get a better example where there's an actual task to be completed. Okay, so take reading quiz 1. This is a link to the reading quiz. Here's my note about the reading quiz. And then I have a due date here because when they're viewing the checklist, it'll show that it has a due date. Now, this is where I toggle based on whether the actual piece of course interactivity has its own deadline. So I have the due date so that when they preview it, let me see if it allows me to, when they preview it, they can see all the deadlines. But when they go to the calendar, if I keep that unclicked as it was on the last screen, it doesn't show up twice in the associated the actual quiz has its own deadline. So if I go back there, you can see this. And the easiest way for me to do this is I click all of these and I hit edit. And so it has a due date. You could see the due date. All of my due dates are always Sunday evenings at 11:30 p.m. And then the event is to whether or not it shows up in the calendar. So if I go to the calendar for week 3, let me look at it as, sorry if you can hear my children screaming, playing. Let's go to month. And then when I go in the calendar and I find week 3, at the end of week 3, we have all of these are coming from the checklist, but it only gives the quiz one once because of it's set on that. On the quiz itself, I have the deadline. So the same thing for assignments, etc. If it's something that has an assignment, like this due date from the calendar is coming not from the checklist item, but from the assignment itself. And you can see that because it has all of the details of it. So I hope that makes sense and helps, and good luck to you in your ventures.